I would never throw roses to Hitler, and I could certainly never sing for him. In my personal view, what I'm seeing is striking and frightening similarities between Hitler and what we're dealing with now. And some people are saying, well, he's only talking about this or talking about that. But that's how it starts. It starts with propaganda. It starts with the desire behind it is for power and wealth. And fascism, respects nobody that opposes them. It only respects the core elite that share the same view. There have been hate statements about Mexicans and Muslims and about deportation. There has been obviously the issue of misogyny, of disrespect and sexual abuse and harassment of women. And so my question that I ask and throw out to people everywhere is, does this kind of talk represent your personal conscience and your views? And it does not represent mine, which is why I have made the choice. It was not easy to make it. I will miss choir. I love the people in choir, and I've had people since this all came out have reached out to me with texts saying, I love you, I'll always be your friend no matter what our views may be as far as differing, and I appreciate that very much. I had views about Trump before he ran for office, based on previous things that I had seen, and we don't need to go into that today. Sure. But then in what other people have seen and the comments that he has made just substantiated the concerns that I had. So when it was made known, I think it was announced around December 22nd, that time frame, that choir was going to go sing for the inauguration, my innate response was that I was absolutely devastated. And I thought about it, and just shortly thereafter, I knew I cannot go out for that. So my first response was we had the choice whether to go. And they couldn't take everybody, but sign up if you want to go or if you're not going to go. And then from those that want to go, they would choose how many available slots they had. I immediately signed up no. And then, as I was looking at just things on Facebook, with friends, things, we got a very nasty post from a member of the choir, unfortunately, because we were asked to be respectful of one another's views, and this person did not. And in the post, it said that those who are not going out for the inauguration and don't want to go are not patriotic, they're not faithful to their faith, they don't love God, and they should question their membership in the choir. I felt that that was very intolerant and closed-minded, no matter what your view may be. And I understand the views and the goodness of heart for those who are choosing to go. But for those who are choosing not to go, there is also just as good of a reason not to. And that statement just kind of riled me, and I just thought, that's really hurtful and that's disrespectful. That's when I first came out with my post saying, whoa, what's on my mind? I'm not going to the inauguration. And then after Christmas, with this whole time I'd been struggling, thinking, how can I go and represent something that I just can't do that. And so I had signed up no, but then I decided that that was not enough, that I actually had to remove myself from the choir. Not because I wanted to, because I love choir. I love our message. I love the beautiful music that we sing. But I felt because it was giving the message to people within our country and throughout the world that we give credence to this president-elect's views and mannerisms and practices, that would be very damaging to us as a choir, and that it really hurts people throughout the world who love the choir and have looked up to them as defending freedom, and that this was giving the opposite message. And I'm not opposed to being goodwill ambassadors. I think that's a wonderful thing, but I think in this particular case specifically, that it's such a strong situation that that goodwill message is not going to carry the way they hope it will. I stand behind my decision 100%. It is my conscience. I can look myself in the mirror. I have peace. With my personal conviction on the stance I have taken, I respect other views. Please know that. But no, for me personally, I have to take a stance to stand up for all the people who have ever been victims in the Holocaust, in any kind of issue where there's been tyranny or fascism, oppression. There have been a lot of people on this planet that have lost family members and loved ones. I personally have that in my own acquaintance, in my own situation. And so I speak out on their behalf.